That always throws me off.
Got it.
All right. Episode 7, man. We've made it 7 episodes already. That's 7 weeks.
7.
Yeah, that's pretty good. How have y'all been? How's life been treating all you boys? I'm happy because I got my voice back. Last 2 episodes, I had to like sit out and just listen mostly. But I am happy about that. Stop taking edibles and taking medicine. Finally, that's
the first mistake.
That was the first mistake. That was the first of many mistakes, dude. That shit lasted, bro. I still have a cough right now, and I'm like, enough. But I can't do it.
Downed some honey jack, just knocked it out in a week. You'd be solid.
That's true. That's true.
And you came back. You came back feeling so good that you dressed like mid-90s rock.
There you go.
You just got to take that jacket off.
Yeah. Oh, just I need the whole
reveal that fanny pack.
Yeah. Dude, are fanny packs back? Because I've been seeing
fanny packs are back, bro.
Yeah, they full force, or is it just like
full force, bro? But they don't wear it right.
They're not wearing it.
Cross body bag.
Oh, that's bullshit.
No,
yeah.
You got your fanny like a man.
That's not a fanny pack. You gotta wear
a fanny pack. You need to wear it right. Like,
yeah,
I would wear a satchel. Indiana Jones did it.
The satchel. Can you pull it off? I feel like you could. You would have just bottles of tequila in your satchel.
Throw it in a bag.
That would just pull it out and be skull shaped.
No, it's what is that? Crystal Skull vodka.
Just
some pricey Dan Aykroyd vodka.
I believe in aliens.
Awful movie. I feel like we've already talked about them before, right? How bad that movie is, and like how this new one actually looks pretty decent.
I fucking hope so.
I mean,
which one?
The new indie.
This indie, I think, is what you say.
Yeah.
I know you're all over the place.
Dan Aykroyd? I was like, what did he just do? I was like, you didn't like Ghostbusters, dude? Come on.
Oh, we loved it. I think all of us mutually loved the newest Ghostbusters.
Or the newest one? Loved it. I was like, they nailed it. Like,
made me cry. I'm not even joking. Like,
oh, me too. Yeah.
Who the fuck didn't, dude? You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna punch that person till they cry.
I'm shocked that movie didn't make more money.
Gone. True.
Yeah, exactly. I thought the movie was gonna be like way more like universally accepted, at least like but like money wise, because it came out in December, which is usually a good time for movies to drop. It did not make that much money, and that was crazy to me because I'm like, the cast is back. They're paying homage to the OG one.
People were scared. That it was going to be ruined, or that maybe they weren't going to show up. I don't know.
After what they did last time,
piece of shit they sat.
Yeah, exactly. They were, yeah. It was PTSD.
You're just scared. I want to be hurt again. Talking about franchises, though, man. I watched Scream 6. Who here watched Scream 6 this last weekend?
I haven't seen it.
Howdy.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Before we get into it. It's pretty good. Before we get into the review, though, let's just talk about the movie as a franchise. Like, what are you guys' opinion on it before we like go down the rabbit hole of just Scream 6?
Scream is one that I don't feel got run into the ground the same way as a lot of the horror movies, and I think it's because there was still like they waited so long before kind of restarting or continuing that franchise. I think before, like, what was it, 4? There was a huge gap, right?
Yeah, there was.
I feel like you're right.
So I just kind of feel like that's one that didn't get tarnished in the long run. Not that it was spectacular to begin with, but it was like it stood its ground. So
it was like good timing, kind of. You know what I mean? Like a little comeback. Like, yeah.
It's a movie you would think they would have milked into the ground and just made like almost 15 of them, 20 of them, because it's an easy concept if you think about it. You can milk that as much as you want. So the fact that there was that gap, I think it did, like you said, it helped the franchise in totality. You know, when the 5th one came out, there was also that gap between 4 and 5. True. I think I might have been still in high school when 4 dropped. I'm not exactly sure or 100% sure.
Was it that long ago?
I don't know. I'm gonna look
into it was different for you.
Well, no shit, but I mean, yeah.
Maybe not for us.
But... Well, what we talked last week? Last week brought up our beautiful high school.
No.
High school
No.
But Tommy said John Stamos went. You know, you went to school with John Stamos. No, we didn't.
30 years ago, the generation,
dude.
By the way, that has to be one of our goals for this podcast. We have to get either Johnny Tsunami on here, Seal, or 45-year-old Dick Grayson from Batman Forever. Like one of those three, or all
I
of
think
them.
we could get Seal out of all those people.
I'll be fine with that. I'm cool, dude, if we get Seal. Like we have to get one of them or all three of them at some point.
You
That
know
has
what,
to
though,
be a moment.
Johnny's Tsunami, I'm gonna say, like, he didn't know who the hell I was. I didn't really know him. You know what I mean? Like, and we were saying that I think he was like a few years above me, type of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah.
He'll be 72 by the
That
time he
was
sees
an
that
ego.
episode anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'll
What
be
else does he
dead
have
long before
going
him.
on, man? He's probably just looking for anything that mentions his name.
A
That
long,
motherfucker.
beautiful life.
The fact that there was still a
I'm gonna
sticker
die in
to
a
be
gutter.
found, like on like when you're editing the video, the fact that the sticker still popped up for Johnny Tsunami, I'm like, what the fuck? Like sometimes I can't find stickers for other things, which are
But
like,
that's one.
No, that's true.
yeah, but that's the
For
one
that
that popped up, and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like Disney Plus, Johnny Tsunami, and I'm like,
We got it.
I was like, perfect timing because I'm gonna use this shit right now. Scream 4 though came out in 2011, so I was just getting out of high school.
Oh, baby.
Damn.
So there was a gap between. There was like
That
a
was
9
long.
years between 4 and 5. So like, they did wait a
Well,
long time to
yeah.
bring that shit back. I will say I've always enjoyed the first one. That's still my favorite till this day. I remember I think my parents took me to watch in the movie theaters like opening night or weekend, one of those things. I remember renting the third one a lot for some reason, even though that's the worst.
That is
You know why?
Considered the
You know
worst one.
why? Do you know why?
You're gonna say because of Jay and Silent Bob.
Because of Jay and Silent Bob. Well, and Patrick Warburton.
Dewdrop.
That's always
True.
plus. Yeah.
Dude, the third
Yeah,
one's a
dude,
tough
drop.
watch, man. I tried to watch it the other day
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know why as a kid I was watching this so much. I used to rent it from, do you guys remember Hollywood Videos?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, am I the only one that preferred that over Blockbuster?
They have
Yeah,
better
you are the
deals
only
on
one.
video.
Really?
They
Is
have
that a hot
better
take?
deals.
I did mom and
Hot
pop
take, bro.
shops. You know, so I mean, I only got my videos for a day, but $1.50.
No, but I
Yeah.
And I
remember
found
Hollywood
good horror
Video
movies.
Hollywood Video had better deals on their video games that you could
True.
rent them longer for cheaper than Blockbuster.
Then
I think they were the
Blockbuster.
first ones that came out with like that
Summer
card
Pass.
you could get.
Yeah.
where you could just like rent game after game after
Yeah.
game kind of thing.
I always
No.
preferred it more, man. I don't
And
know
you
why. That was-
wonder why they went out of business.
Yeah, because no
Well,
one returned
nobody-
that shit. They're like,
Nobody brought it back. Yeah, they just kept that shit, stored it.
Or they scratched the fuck out of them.
yeah.
Or
We don't have any
They
movies anymore.
scratched-
We just have copies of this terrible other movie.
you guys
We have
ever
Navy
started like
SEALs.
buy pirated movies from LA or stuff? Like, you know, they started making those CDs back then.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how
like-
I saw
Homeboy would
House of
get
a
up.
Thousand Corpses. Was a bootleg in high school.
I think
And
that's
I
how
thought I
I
was like cool as fuck, and I went home and I thought I was on acid. Like, I don't know what the fuck I just watched, bro. My 14, 15-year-old mind cannot comprehend that shit.
bootlegs were like a wild thing. 'cause, like,
Fishboy.
bootlegs, dude, they're like either
Exactly.
awful or there were some that were pristine. Like I remember I watched episode 3
Right?
of Star Wars and it was like pristine. Like it looked like it came straight from the studio. I was like,
I
holy
saw-
shit.
A copy of Age of Ultron before it was in theaters, and it was solid. Like I remember like waiting it out and being like, okay, where is it fuck up? And it never did.
Didn't you guys get one from like a laundromat?
Yeah.
And, it was
Like
like,
the
Wolverine
laundromat
pulled
we
his
go to,
claws
like,
out
this
and it just
dude
said
that would-
insert claws
Oh,
here.
yes. So
Like, none of the
for-
special
for
effects were
Wolverine
on?
for Origins, X-Men
Yeah.
Origins. Yeah, it was Wolverine, and it says claws come out here. Like it was literally like a
That's good.
studio cut. Like being like.
But you hear
"This
it?
is
Do you
what
hear
we're
it?
gonna insert the
Or
No,
no?
it
claws."
was just like bootleg
It's
as
just
fuck,
Hugh
like
Jackman, like-
drawing.
And then it turned into like literally drawings where it was like the scene of like little Cyclops. Like it pans out and then it's a drawing like, and this is where an optic blast comes in.
Dude,
But,
that's
like honestly,
worth-
I wish I still
That's
had
worth
that.
money.
Yeah,
Oh shit, it's so good.
That's
You'd be able to
cool
sell
right
that
there,
shit.
dude. I remember my grandpa bought me the bootleg VHS version for Pokemon.
Mhm.
So I'm all excited. I throw that shit on. Ends up being a porn.
Thanks, Abuela.
I'm sitting there with my grandparents and my mom, middle of the day. Slap that baby. I'm excited. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Pokemon. I didn't have to go to the movies for this shit. Just full penetration. Just right on the screen. There was no setting. There was nothing. It was just like boom.
No foreplay.
Nothing. It was just it just
Straight to
started. dude.
Mewtwo.
Straight to just cut. No, but bootlegs were the shit, man. There's some that were good. There's some that were dog shit. I remember the ones where somebody's always walking by.
Yeah,
And you
dude.
see like the shadow of
Hey,
their head.
down
and
in
you're
front,
just like-
asshole. It's the middle of the fucking movie.
It's the third act.
Yeah, dude.
Guy
This
walking
shit's
by.
about
we're
to
like,
end, and you're getting popcorn right now, bro.
You're gonna go take a shit right now. We're at the
Yeah,
end
what
game
are you
here,
doing?
dude. Like, can't you just wait a little bit? No, but I thought Hollywood Video was better. I don't see enough people crying about that one. I see a lot of people crying about Blockbuster, but I'm like, but I'm the same way with like KB Toys. I preferred it more than Toys R Us.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. I love.
yeah.
But like we were mall rats. Like I liked
Yeah.
anything at the mall more than any other store, to be honest. Like,
KB Toys had better Marvel toys. That's where I got all my
Yep.
X-Men shit at.
Yep.
Like, everything X-Men I got at KB's. Toys R
At
Us
KB.
never had anything. Like I remember you
even
go in a
in-
big ass store, but they never had anything.
You know
I
what
would say
Toys R
you-
Us was? Toys R Us was like the special store. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's
like
like
you
the
could find
fucking
an item.
like that. Well, that sounded bad, but like,
Huh?
it was the
Well, I guess
treat.
I'm special.
Like,
What did he
like
say?
think about when you go to like Chuck E. Cheese and there's always a fucking Toys R Us there. So
Mm.
it's like, can we go check that out? Well, of course you can, because you're not gonna get shit because we're going to fucking Chuck E. Cheese. But you feel like you're this, you know, you're all happy as shit in this fucking huge toy store, and then you're like, yeah, but like, they did have better shit at KB.
They did. I remember
True.
they bought me like a stuffed animal Wolverine, the Hugh Jackman one from the first X-Men. And this is a true story. It had a defect where it would just say fuck. You would press the hand. It was cool though because you used to have like little sliders right here. You would push it down and like the things would come out. So I loved it.
Mm.
But it would talk. So you would press it. And if you press it enough time, it would just say fuck. And I didn't tell my parents this because I'm like, this is the coolest shit ever. I'm like, I'm gonna keep this to myself. But one day,
Why don't you still have it?
Shit.
we're driving to my grandparents' house, and I'm like in the back seat with it, like fucking around, and I pressed it, and they heard it, and they threw it away immediately. And I'm like,
Right out the
no,
window.
I'm like, you ruined it. You know how rare that would have been right now. I would have had that shit hanging somewhere up here. It would have been my pride and joy. It was so badass, man. But we bought like KB toys, and I remember that's when they started being weird because they were like, they sell the Ouija board there. They sell the
Yeah.
Ouija board at Target.
They told
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Not
not
that big a deal. It's like, come on, man. KB
Bro,
toys is the
they
shit. I miss
sell
it.
Yeah,
fucking vibrators at Target now.
Well, that's what I was saying. That
Yeah,
they
like
got
they
This
just.
is a true story. I make fun of it
CVS,
all the
man.
time.
Oh, yeah.
They got butt plugs top shelf. No, not even kidding.
I know.
CVS
Yeah, I
knows their
almost
market.
passed out just laughing in that aisle, dude. I had no idea. It's like, when
We
did that
definitely-
happen?
We're definitely all over the place, but
It's a new day.
do we want to bring it back since we were on movies? Talk about really quickly the awards that just passed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go for it. Oh man. Well, quickly, I'll do the Scream 6 my review really
Oh,
quickly.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, I don't expect anything pristine or like an Oscar-winning performance from these movies. They're wacky, they're fun. They stayed in the same heart of a Wes Craven film, so like I enjoyed that. As always, the reveal is kind of lackluster, but they mostly all are. You know, but I will say, from a ghost face standpoint, this is probably my favorite version of him from the kill standpoint. Like it's gory as all hell, and the New York setting helped.
Because they make him more slasher, right?
Yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
not as like fumbling idiot.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
more
more like
very like
Methodical
He's
almost.
finally using the
Yeah.
gun without being unmasked. You know what I mean? Like he's actually going for it, which I'm like, I
Mhm.
enjoyed that.
Yeah.
They stepped up the level of violence, which I'm like, cool. You know, it wasn't like when they made a parody in Scary Movie, you know, but I know that clip's been going around this last week of when what's her name is like throwing the things at him when he's going up the stairs and he's just like fumbling and just falling down and
Mhm.
stuff. It's always like a Scooby-Doo mystery almost type villain, you know?
It really
This one-
was.
Yeah, this one he's just like he goes for it. I respected that. So I enjoyed it. Of all the movies I've watched this year so far, I would say it's probably my favorite one, honestly. But I'm still at like
Wow.
a 7. I would say a 7 out of 10. If I had to give it a score. I don't know, Craven, if you want to throw in your review real quick.
Yeah, my just quick review is like it had lots of Easter eggs and things to previous films.
Yeah.
A lot of like reference to like number 2, which is
Okay.
interesting.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, they upped the level of the violence. The you know, the twists and everything were great. So yeah, I would say about 7.5 for
Yeah,
sure.
It's enjoyable. I think it's rewatchable as hell. That's
Definitely.
like the 5th one. I don't think it's as rewatchable. That one got on
Yeah.
my nerves. I was like,
Yeah.
I liked
Right.
4. I really did like.
I
the
like
fourth
4.
one.
Yeah. Fifth
Yeah.
one, they did this whole Force Ghost Billy Loomis thing, and I'm like, why? What are we doing? I'm like,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
get that it's wacky, but now you're going like a little too far into that
Yeah.
kind of supernatural shit, which I'm like, nah, let's not do that.
And then on the other hand, they kind of made a lot of decisions that I was like, that's really interesting that you went that way.
Yeah,
So
it's when you think about it, it's basically a copy of the second one.
Okay.
The college campus, and then without
Yeah.
getting into spoilers, just things that are it's like intertwined to the hip almost. Like if you've
Yeah.
seen the second one, you see this one. The only big difference it's in New York City, which I'm glad they did take advantage of the city because I thought they weren't going to, and I also thought Sydney not being in this one was going to be like kind of weird, but
Yeah.
she wasn't needed, and I kind of feel that moving forward. I was like, her story's done. You gave her 4 fucking films. Move
Yeah.
on.
yeah.
Especially if you want to introduce to a new generation, you got to continue it without having to like go with the callbacks and stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But talking about other movies and awards, we watched the Oscars this Sunday. We threw our first Oscar party, which I thought was a pretty successful time, especially for Joey, man. God damn, I'm
14?
quiet on
Yeah.
the Western Front, man. God
Sweat,
damn movie,
dude.
bro.
14 correct choices. All Quiet on the Western Front was at least 7 of those.
Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Oh, you son of a gun.
That'll be next on the
But
mainstream watch.
let's all thank the gods. They shine bright on us because they didn't give Elvis a single award, and that's all that mattered.
I'd like to thank the Academy for that. 'cause-
Like if Batman wasn't gonna win anything, it was like I'll be damned if Elvis walks away with one of them.
Oh no, I'll burn that whole building down.
Dude, I got nervous.
Everybody,
I got nervous with the Best Actor award. Part of me was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I just had the feeling they're gonna screw our boy Brendan Fraser.
Right.
I was like, "He
No,
deserves. Just
but
give it to him, man." I was
They
like,
gave
"He
it
has
to
the
our
moment."
boy, man. He deserves it.
The most surprising, Jamie Lee Curtis. Did not see that coming.
I
Like,
was-
I'm
yeah,
happy she won,
yeah.
but I didn't think she would.
I'm happy for her. I'm a little sad for Angela Bassett, who they showed her on camera, and she didn't do
Yeah.
anything
You
bad,
know,
mind you. but-
No, I was gonna say people have blown that shit so out of fucking proportion, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, like people can't be a little like upset.
right.
You know
Well,
what I mean? Like,
we all
isn't
talked about it.
everyone
The most-
gunning for that?
The most heart wrenching one of those was how am I blanking on Batman?
Oh,
Michael Keaton. The year that
Oh,
the year
yeah.
that Michael Keaton was nominated for Birdman,
Mhm.
and everyone told him he was going to win, and I even forget who got it that year, but he didn't win, and it zooms on him putting his speech back into his pocket, and that was just so fucking crushing. Like, so I'm
whoever
like,
won, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go kill that dude.
he's done pretty well for himself since then. I think he's okay.
Yeah.
That was definitely the resurgence of his career. I think was that film. He's done nothing but good
It was.
since.
Yeah.
The Founder, I stand by it. One of my top movies of all time now.
Yeah, you
Is
do
it
say
really
that.
good? I've never seen it. I've heard good things about
I
it.
stand by that movie. If you have
I'll have to
not
check
seen
that
it,
out.
go watch The Founder. Plays Ray Crockett, the not the actual
Multiplicity,
founder.
dude.
Duplicity.
Multiplicity.
Well, that was from his heyday, not his resurgence.
I know. Go on.
Yeah, like Jason said, they made it such a big deal that she was upset, and I'm like, I feel like she was just there thinking that she was gonna
Yeah.
win. She was the heavy favorite from Vegas.
Right.
Like if you put money on her winning, you wouldn't have won anything.
Well, that's what I really thought she was going to win.
Oh yeah, me too. Well, she won every
Me
other
too.
award leading up till that night. Like I don't even think Jamie Lee won anything leading up to it. Like any of those other award
Wow.
shows they have that are kind of meaningless up until the Oscars, but it was just Angela Bassett kept winning every single one. So she was like sweeping. So yeah, I mean, was it maybe a humbling experience to hear a different name? And Jamie Lee was like such a honest reaction because you could tell she was just there to be there. Like she was just happy to
Yes.
be nominated. For her to win, she was like, "Holy shit!"
Right.
Like you could just
Mhm.
see it in her face. Like that was to me the biggest surprise of the night. Short round winning, his speech, best speech of the night. That speech was beautiful, man. That one tear was like
That was good.
Short
That was
round.
good.
good. Even him and
Seeing
Harrison
him hugging Harrison Ford. Too,
Yeah.
was pretty.
when they
Oh,
won best
yeah.
picture, it was like that hit me. I was like, that's pretty cool.
That and after when he ran up to Brendan and he said, "We did it," and then he
Mm.
just started crying.
No,
It was good times.
Yeah, it was an
Happy for our
interesting
boy.
show.
definitely. I mean,
I enjoyed it. It wasn't as crazy. I know they could have made a little bit more Will Smith jokes. I thought Jimmy.
yeah,
Pound himself
Kimmel
back.
played it pretty safe with the jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot which one they got mad at him for. I think they got mad at him about the Irish one.
Get mad
I'm
about
like-
everything.
Yeah, I don't.
I didn't even think it was that bad. I was like, I thought Kimmel did fine.
Mm.
hosted it as best as he could. I mean, I don't
Well.
really expect much. It's not like it's Ricky Gervais coming back and just exposing all of Hollywood. That's the one that like that's the if you've seen those clips, like
Oh,
those
yeah.
compilations on YouTube. Holy shit, man. When he brings up like the Harvey Weinstein stuff,
Oh, there we go.
you're just like, hey, we're back.
Notice you said Harvey Weinstein, and
And now it's
Yeah,
cutting
dude.
out. They know, dude. They know.
play that disco music. Get it.
fuck you like you.
Oh, this is the longest it's ever gone.
Oh,
It's
it's
good
going
going.
Yeah.
longer. Shit.
It's
Yeah,
funnier
just
with
smack
Gio
the
because he
side
has
of
Vin
it.
Diesel behind him.
Yeah.
Still going. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Well, Crave, I know you mentioned something before we started recording the whole Pauly Shore thing. Because now
Yes,
that
I
we're talking
did.
about jokes, if you want to bring that one up.
Because on the coattails of our boys Brendan Fraser and Short Round winning, bring two people from Encino, man. Who would have
Encino.
thought, right?
What is Short Round's real name?
It is
Short round.
K
It
Kwan. Ki Hu
doesn't
Kwan.
matter.
I have it written down. I still can't pronounce it. I tried.
Oh, he did. By the way, I'm not cutting you off. He had the saddest interview yesterday where he was like, I'm so scared the same thing's going to happen again, where I won the Oscar, but I'd get no more work after this.
Jeez,
And I'm
Oh,
like,
man,
that's
come on, bro.
morbid. How did you already get there? You just
like
won.
seriously, take
live
it
the
in.
high,
Keep doing
yeah.
short a month. Yeah.
Milk it, dude. Like, what the hell? You already thinking? Like, I'm never going to get a job again? Like, just keep going, dude. You'll be fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got the biggest accomplishment in that
You
industry.
can get, yeah. That's
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
Ride the
you're
high,
gonna
you know.
get work.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, it made my former child self very happy that they
Yeah.
both won. But someone, and I'll put it in quotes, that they were hoping and dreaming for their Hollywood comeback, and that was Pauly Shore said that. And I got to tell you, I'm here for it.
Yeah, here's my thing, and I'm not even gonna talk shit. But if he didn't get any recognition after Pauly Shore is Dead, which was a
Oh, yeah.
pretty solid film,
Solid.
then I don't know what it's gonna take for him.
I think if he
What
just
else does
stopped
he need
trying
to
to be
do?
that character and he was
Well.
just like, I'm just gonna act in this movie, things would happen. Like it doesn't have to be the weasel character that you're doing.
especially because no one remembers it anymore.
No,
India.
these kids don't know. They've never seen Biodome, Jury Duty, Son-in-Law. I'll keep going all day.
He's still
In the
waiting
army
for
now.
the Goofy
And the
movie
Army is
live
my
action.
favorite.
I feel like he could do it though. I feel like he's one that like come out of left field where you're like,
Quiet.
there's no
Yeah.
way.
But
Right.
he
And
would
then
just have to, straight dog it. Like-
Would he do that though? Like, have you
I
seen him
think-
in certain things lately? Where just like I don't think he's
Yeah.
I
trying
equate
to go.
it to when you saw like Pee Wee Herman in Blow. It was such a dark role, and you're like, isn't that fucking Pee Wee? Like, if he could just get the side character in a serious film, like it would be something like, holy hell! Like,
Well,
but yeah.
people still bring up Adam Sandler being in Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's their
such a good
go-to
movie.
for that. And then like, well, Jim tried it too when he did the what movie did Jim Carrey do that was like dead serious?
Well, there's a couple.
There's two of them. There's a horror
27
one.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was number 23, and then
Number
the other one
23.
is Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
Which he
I mean-
mentioned is in his top 3 favorite movies of him.
Eternal Sunshine.
He mentioned that one. Me,
It's pretty
myself,
good.
and
It's pretty
Irene, which I'm
solid.
like, I feel vindicated now. And I think he mentioned Cable Guy.
I mean, Cable Guy. Oof.
How much
Some
Jim
great-
Carrey?
Great quotes in that. Not Jim Carrey's quote, but Ben Stiller as the twins. I
Oh,
thought he
dude.
was Asian. Like, oh man, so good.
Who do we think in Hollywood that's like lower tier now that can make a Brendan Fraser comeback?
Oh man, that's a great question.
That was like big at one point, dropped off the face of the earth and can make a
Mel Gibson. No, I'm kidding.
Passion of the Christ 2?
Here's
Electric
Tits.
Boogaloo?
You know what?
I mean,
You know what?
can
I
say-
got one. I
Okay.
got one. If he got his shit in gear, fucking Edward Furlong. I don't know. I'd give it to little Eddie,
Little Eddie for a while.
the OG John Connor.
That would be interesting. I would support that. I would respect that. I'd be like, hell yeah.
I mean, does Johnny Depp count?
Wouldn't it be like his third at that point?
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Well,
Because he had like his heyday, quote unquote, in the 80s, and then started doing stuff coming up. Willy Wonka, Pirate.
Pirates, yeah.
Pirates. But yeah, but then he milked that. And now it's like
Then he got shit in his bed. And now
he did Rango. He doesn't have to do anything.
Now
else.
we're here.
Oh, Rum Diaries, right? He also did that one.
He did do that one.
That was a movie.
Another hot take. I'm on full
See,
hot
now
take.
I'm all-
Rango's his best movie.
Rango is his best movie.
Rango is Johnny Depp's best
Nah,
movie.
it's Tusk, bro.
Secret Window.
There we go. Oh my god, dude. With the braces.
With the braces and the corn. Come on.
Oh my gosh. No, the Sauvage commercial. That's his best work.
Savage
Playing
by Johnny
Wild
Depp.
Thing all out of tune.
That's when anybody asks me like what cologne I use. I'm like Sauvage. That's the first thing they say is like Johnny Depp, and I'm like, I just like the smell, man. I'm like, it has nothing to do with the damn pirate with the guitar. It's like I'm
Bury all my bracelets in the desert. Sauvage.
But they're back on.
Playing
I can't think of
guitar
it.
in the desert. Sauvage.
I don't know.
Does Kevin
I'm trying to
Spacey
think
count?
You know, that's a real sad one because that dude does not have a bad role.
No, he had so many hits.
Other than
It's
in
like,
life. But you know, like
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Roll of the dice, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
tell me a bad Kevin Spacey movie or a bad Kevin Spacey role. Because even Lex Luthor was the shining point of that Super
that was the best part of that shitty ass movie. I mean,
Was he even good in like Baby Driver?
I like
I
him in
love
Baby
him in
Driver.
Baby
Yeah.
Driver.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh,
Was he good in
21? Yes.
yeah. I never watched that show he was on either though, where he tried to like
House of Cards?
"No, I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Was that the president one?
Yeah, it's nothing but good from what I've heard and seen.
Yeah, but now he comes out with those weird videos every holiday season
Yeah.
where he's still in character, and I'm like,
You know
this
what I'm
dude's a
saying?
psychopath. I'm
Right.
like,
Making a turkey, just
it's like go get a job, dude. Like, damn, stop playing the same role.
I bet he's cheap as fuck. Like, why doesn't anyone like indie film just scoop him up? It's worth it.
Shit.
Because they're
Dude.
scared of the backlash. They're just like,
Yeah.
It's not gonna go
You know
well.
what?
Yeah.
Well,
Good publicity. Just
because
come
I
on.
mean, are any charges being filed on him either? Or
well,
do you want to go down that
one-
rabbit hole?
Someone,
I mean-
yeah, I was gonna say someone mysteriously died. That was suing him,
Multiple.
so-
I think that's 3 people
Yeah.
now that have mysterious.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wait, even that one kid who was like, "No, I was like real young."
Nah, the
and
little
tried
kid from Star Trek. No, he's still around.
for now.
For
2
now.
suicide,
Oh,
and then 1 got hit by like a car
we
or
can't. Yeah.
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So yeah,
It's
they
just a chain of bad luck.
yeah. Even though it had all to do with him and his.
It's a real house of cards.
I think he's still method acting. I think he's just like, I'm still doing this. I'm gonna go for it.
You know what, guys? Let's get him on the podcast. Kevin Spacey.
Kevin's- I mean, dude, I would approve of it. I'd be like, I'm fine. It's the
I
interview of
would
the year.
love to just pick your brain from
God.
like separate
If Good
rooms,
Morning
don't
America
touch-
could get R. Kelly, why can't we get Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey,
all we
let's
wanna do is
this.
talk.
You like, welcome to our last episode.
The most
Episode
viewed.
8. It's coming next week.
The most viewed
Yeah.
one is the last one because it's Kevin Spacey. The Kevin Spacey interview, the tell all.
They took it
Just be like,
down.
why'd you do it, bro? Why'd you do it?
I like what I like.
But bringing up the Lex Luthor thing does get us to Superman, which I wanted to talk about as well, because now it's confirmed. We talked about this from episode 1. Now that James Gunn is in charge of all of DC,
Mhm.
that he is now not only writing, but now officially directing the next Superman film. And he put this big old like thing on Twitter. It was this big thread. How I think the movie releases. I don't want to get this wrong. Either the day of his dad's birthday or the day his dad passed away. I'm not sure. It was one of those things because it was in that message where he was just like, I told my brother the date of the movie release, and he was like, that's the day of dad's birthday. Or one of those two things. So he made it very like he made it
It's the
like it was
birthday.
meant to be. It was the birthday.
Yeah, so I just read that too right now.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the birthday,
So-
yeah.
Clearly, James Gunn makes movies that might not fit Superman. That's what I keep seeing all over
Yeah.
like Twitter. People being like, does his directing fit that character? I'll let you guys talk about that because my thoughts are I think he could do it. I
I'm
mean,
all for it.
Yeah.
I feel
We've-
Superman really needs that.
We've said
Yes.
this many times. Superman is the most bland, boring superhero of all time. Anything
Yeah.
you could do to make him entertaining is worth it. James Gunn has a track record. No one gave a damn about the character Peacemaker, and then
No.
he's a hit. Who doesn't
Yeah.
love that? Who doesn't love Eagly? So why wouldn't you
Oh,
want to
man.
see what he's gonna do? with
The greatest character of all time, Weasel. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Best intro on TV.
It's
I
true.
really want to make it.
I do think, like, yeah, Superman might actually have a legitimate style, a legitimate
Right.
like theme, other than just being a god amongst
Yeah.
people, because that's what he essentially is. That's what they always
Yeah,
present him.
you
This,
don't you
like,
don't get to have every fucking superpower, asshole.
Right.
but not just that, have zero personality, because that's
That
been
too.
like, yeah, he's just like a
He's
nobody. He's
just
from Kansas,
American. He's uber American Jesus
No.
from
from
another
Kansas,
planet.
from a farm. Yeah, it's
Well, from
like
another planet.
that
But I
too.
went to a farm. Yeah.
But that's what
really-
I'm saying. It's like I get the planet thing. I get that he's an alien, yada yada yada. But he got raised by,
Yeah.
Country
farm.
bumpkins.
and then he's just like, I have no personality. I'm just this god. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, people aren't gonna really want to see that. We know he's OP as shit. That's the other
Yeah.
problem. You know what I mean? But that's what works so well. And Gio, you appreciate it, like Goku. Fucking biggest thing about him, OP as shit. But he has the greatest personality in all those shows. Superman is just like, it's Superman.
No.
Get the green rock and he's done. And I think with James, again, it's going to come down to who they cast as
I
well.
agree.
That's my biggest concern. The directing thing, it's going to be hit or miss. I trust him to do it because he's done great with everything else he's worked on. But it's going to come down to casting. Who can you find between the ages of 25 and 30? Because that's what they're looking for to play Superman that the general audience is going to want to keep seeing. Now they could keep saying, "Oh, we wanted Henry Cavill." Did you though?
No.
I know that
Nah.
everybody keeps like pushing that thing of Cavill, and I'm like, yeah, but even when he was there, do you guys remember
They
supporting
didn't
it like
care.
that?
No one cared. And then,
Exactly.
I mean, I'll continue about not caring in a second here, but yeah, no one cared about that genre anymore. DC fucked up so much, so quickly, that it was never going to be a Marvel series of movies. It was never going to run independently in its own world. That's why the most successful DC movies still are the ones outside the box. That's why you come hell or high water, like Batman is going to continue. Even if James Gunn's DC universe fucks up, there's going to be more patents in Batman movies than anything.
Gotta
yeah.
have it.
Well, yeah, but they work because you know why?
Yes,
Because
well,
there's
that's
no
what I'm saying. It's
expectations,
outside of the box. Yeah.
and those movies work so well. Again, like, but I know they're making a sequel to Joker, but they almost felt like standalones. There wasn't that
Right.
force like we're building this and it's going to lead to this, and you have to get to this and this, and that's where I think people nowadays are just like they don't want to have to go watch.
They don't want to wait.
Yeah, that and have to watch this, and that to get to this. Now
Yeah.
it's becoming a chore. And it's like it's becoming that with all superhero
Yes.
properties, in my opinion, other than the ones like the Batman and those just solo projects
Yeah.
that they're gonna make sequels out of because they made a shit ton of money. So that makes sense to me.
I
But
agree.
they're not relying on a universe. I don't think people want the universe anymore. They just want to watch the fucking movie and be done with it.
No, that well, and here's the thing. Aside from the fact that the Flash sadly looks great, the
Yep.
movie, also I think people want to see the ending of a franchise, and that's how the number one draw now is being like, oh, how does the Flash destroy everything that we had to sit through? Like
Mhm.
I relate to actual comics of when I was younger. I think graduating high school, they ended all of Ultimate X-Men in the greatest way possible.
Oh yeah.
By just having Magneto destroy the polar ice caps and the world was dying and all these heroes just drop dead. And everyone's like, wait, they're ending the comics and killing everyone? Let's go see that. And it was like the number one comic like that year was just watching Marvel kill.
Yet
all these
everybody
characters.
hates it.
And yeah,
everyone's like,
now they
Awful. It was dog shit,
Oh, I
man.
loved it. I have it back here somewhere. Magneto kills everyone, then gets assassinated, and Cyclops stands up, gets assassinated.
And That's the conclusion, though. That's the
Yeah.
end game. That's you get
That's
to
what I'm
that
saying.
point.
Like,
Now these
people
movies
want
are
to
like,
their head, yeah.
No,
You make-
Cyclops killed Magneto.
Wolverine died killing that.
I thought it was Cyclops that like fucking blew his like head to nothing.
Oh, maybe, but Wolverine like got tossed out and like disintegrates and spears him.
Oh.
Like so, like his body still stabs him, and then I think Cyclops takes his head off.
Gio,
And then
fact
yeah,
check this right now.
Cyclops goes to give the MLK speech, and then gets shot in the head.
Jesus.
Oh, I don't remember any
Oh
of that.
yeah.
But that again, like that works because again, conclusion. It ended. That was
Yeah.
they found the ending and they got to it. Now these superhero movies, they're all just like, well, how can we put this character in there and then make that a spinoff? And then
Right.
add this little 2-second quip and make that a series.
Yep.
And it's like it just becomes a little bit tiring after a while. That's where I'm at with
Well,
those
and
films.
on this note, because it's perfect, we're gonna dip into Marvel and I'll come back to DC. But
Yeah.
based off everything you just said, Disney CEO Bob Iger, however he said it, Iger, okay,
Yeah.
has put out a literal statement saying he does not want any more Marvel sequels. Like he wants Marvel continuing, but he does not want anywhere near the amount of sequels for these superheroes, which I think is a good thing. I hope it is enough to cut off Eternals too. But yeah, he's literally dictated based off Ant-Man's movie sales.
Well, that
based
makes
off,
that makes
yeah.
sense. Well, they're trying to also sue Reddit for spoiling Ant-Man, and I'm just like, that's not why it bombed, but
that's
whatever.
not why it bombed.
If
Like,
that's
and
what you
I-
think
and
it
I'm the one
is-
stood by Ant-Man, but like people have made up their minds before that movie hit. Like that is what
Oh, yeah.
it is.
It's the same
I
thing
think-
with like Shazam. Like it's gonna
Yeah.
bomb, and they're
Oh,
like, "Oh, it's
100%.
James Gunn's fault." It's like, "Oh no, that was gonna bomb way
Yep.
before James Gunn ever signed up to this." Shit.
And then
Like, that-
both watch when Ant-Man comes to Disney Plus and when Shazam goes to HBO, they'll be the number one movies that month.
Yeah, the
They'll be hot-
uptick will be there. Yeah,
Yep.
because people want to watch it.
because
They don't want to go
people
to the
don't
theater
care.
anymore.
Yep.
But no, with Iger, my whole thing with that is like, I get it. You guys oversaturated the market. You had like 8 series drop last year,
Right.
and then you had
Yeah.
movies as well. It's a little too much.
Well,
my
yeah,
whole thing with that-
trying to blame Thor 4, which I'm like, well, any fourth movie of a franchise is never going to do good.
It's taxing
Like-
after a while. Yeah. But my whole thing is like, where are they going to release them? Because you're cutting out the MCU,
Right.
and you're already not going to do any more Star Wars movies because you already got rid of
Right.
Feige's project and Patty Jenkins' Star Wars project, and you're only going to do Star Wars series moving forward. What else are Disney going to drop? Like just the cartoons, the live action Disney movies look
Yeah.
like dog shit. They all look
Yeah.
terrible. They all look like they
Yeah.
have no color. They look like they're directed by Zack Snyder. Like they just look bad. I don't know how they watch the cartoons that are colorful and like just joyful, and then
And
they
turn
make
it
these,
into
and they
dark,
look like
yeah.
has no heart, has no soul. It's just there. It just feels like
Yeah.
a marketing piece almost. And then they're just gonna release that and the animated films from like Pixar, because like if we're not getting Star Wars and MCU, it's like Disney. What
Right.
else are you gonna give us? Like
Ba- based on that, is there any like of any of us? Have you liked any of the Disney movies that are live action?
none.
I'm trying to think.
I can't think of any.
I tried to force myself to like Lion King and I couldn't do
I
it.
was gonna say Lion King is probably the closest. I hated Jungle Book. Hated it. I
Yeah, I
hated
would
Beauty
agree.
and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was awful. It was just so
Yeah.
like bland. I like the goddamn the stupid play that they had on ABC the other few months ago more than the movie.
Yeah.
Even though what's his name looked like a damn robot, but still I preferred it. I was like, I was fine with it.
Get away from him, you bitch. That's what it looked
They
like.
haven't done
That's what it
Tarzan
did.
yet, right?
What happened?
They haven't done Tarzan yet, right? Or
Not
Not
yet.
yet. Not yet. Just wait.
We're waiting for Brendan.
comeback, biggest comeback right there again.
That's
Phil
a big one.
Collins do the soundtrack again.
I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, Phil Collins again.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Can Phil Collins do anything right now?
No, they'll probably just get Genesis at that point.
Oh, have you guys watched Mulan yet? The live
Yeah, I
action
didn't.
Mulan.
Nah.
No.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
No.
All right. Point taken.
Just want to see what kind of
Now you're bringing it up so you can defend it, just to be like, yeah, Mulan was a classic. You
No,
Yeah.
I hate them all equally.
like that one, huh?
They're all awful.
You like Mulan? Yeah. Oh, you hate all of them. Never mind. I thought we had a defender for the Mulan one, but never mind. Nobody liked it. No, but again, like you said, Iger could do whatever he wants. I know he's trying to like change things after they got terrible the last few years when he stepped down. But again, like, where are you going to give us? Because don't get me wrong, I dig myself the Star Wars series, but I would like to go back to the movies one day and
Right.
watch a Star Wars film. I
Yep.
mean, I know they haven't been great, but I do miss that feeling of going to the movies to watch Star Wars.
I agree.
Like, I
Make a
would-
new story. Just make something new.
Well,
I'll
that was
go
see
supposed
it.
to be. Yeah.
I know, but stop going to Tatooine. Sick of it. Sick of it,
Tatooine.
dude.
just wait till you watch the Mandalorian
Anywhere
season
else.
3.
I already know, but like, oh, it's a whole universe. I mean,
Spoilers.
it's
2
the same
episodes,
sand
bro.
planet.
2 fucking episodes it took them to go back to Tatooine. Dude, there's other places in this universe. Go back to Coruscant. I don't give a fuck. Like,
See,
just
I,
do something
for
else.
Mandalorian,
Tatooine.
I try and wait as long as I can without watching, so that I can just bulk through
Blow
it.
through
because
it. Yeah.
I hate watching one episode and then having to stall for the next week, even though that's just how TV was. Like, even for whatever reason, when it comes to streaming, it's like that. I'm like, fuck this. This is bullshit.
Yeah, when did that change? Because I remember they used to just drop like the entire seasons, and now it's like weekly shit. I'm like, I know that's how it was, but
so that you keep your subscription.
No.
Yeah.
Make more episodes then. They're all like 8 episodes long, and I'm like, I didn't feel justified watching this. Like,
I need to wait another 3 years before.
I was saying, stop making us wait 3 goddamn years.
Yeah, 3 years for 8 episodes, and it's like, really, that's weird. I'm like, I have my thoughts still about Obi-Wan. I'm still.
I enjoyed Obi-Wan.
I enjoyed it for some moments, but I also feel like trying to shoehorn a storyline that didn't need to be shoehorned in there.
Well, I loved Boba Fett, but that was just should have been season 3 of The Mandalorian right there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because there's definitely something to be said about Order 66 for sure, and like the fallout from that, and like they kind of touched on that in Fallen Order, in the video game, but it was nice to see that on the screen as well as.
I was gonna say I stood my ground and did not watch the one series based on Rogue One.
Oh, was it Andor?
Andor, there you go.
I didn't watch.
I haven't seen that either, but I am gonna watch it.
I heard good things about that fucking series, and I was like,
I don't care, because in my mind that movie was the most unnecessary piece of shit that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I didn't need any explanation as to, oh, hey, we have the blueprints to the Death Star. Don't care.
But Darth Vader showed up, you guys.
That's a pretty cool scene. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Pretty good scene.
Yeah, but I've already seen it in all the Star Wars video games.
Not like this. That's a different scene. That's a different scene. It's dark, and then the lightsaber.
Well, when you get introduce Star Killer to me from those games, I want that.
Yeah, are they ever gonna do anything? Because I heard they said that wasn't canon, but that's again, I don't know. And like this whole thing, it's like this isn't it.
But now Revan is canon based off Last Jedi. There's a statue or some shit of Revan, which means Knights of the Old Republic is canon. So give me that series, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. There's so much shit they can touch, and they're just like, nah. Like, we're gonna stick with this. And like again, Order 66, I mean, it is what it is, but also I don't need it every series for a little cutback to that. Like again, it was the Purge and all that, but there was like a whole world of the like Jedi being the top of their game. Give me that. Like,
I agree.
Show me when the Sith was still hiding out. Show me a freaking young Palpatine and his rise to power, even more so getting into episode 1. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, everything else.
Sexy young Palpatine.
Episode -1.
I'll be, dude, there you go. I would watch the fuck out of that.
Yes.
It's gonna be on the CW.
That's right.
On the CW.
Nah, it'll just be on Netflix. It'll just be like the new Sabrina and shit.
How far did
they put it on?
View it. Well, while we're on the topic of Disney, Marvel, Jedi, all that, did anyone watch Willow?
Canceled after 2 seasons.
No,
one season. One?
I just saw that news.
It has been canceled. I did not watch this, nor have I ever seen the original.
I've
never seen the original.
Willow? No one
will.
Yeah, no.
We're not talking about Jeff Hardy's Willow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, Jeff Hardy's back again.
That was equally as annoying as the movie Willow.
As the movie Willow, this is both. Willow's just bad. Everything else. No, but yeah,
I barely remember it. I saw it. You know what I mean? Like I went. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't know. Believe I've
Either
ever
way.
seen it. I think it was one of those things
did, but it's like
my parents talking about.
To me, it's like it's forgettable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was like Tom Cruise was in it. I think, right?
Tom Cruise
like super young. I'm pretty sure it was Tom Cruise. I could be way wrong, but it really sounds like.
See, now that you said that, I'm thinking like Brad Pitt or something.
And then, and then Tim Curry was the big fucking devil dude and shit. Which I mean,
I feel like if I sat and tried to,
but it was boring.
Okay, no, Tom Cruise was in Legend.
Legend. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
It's the same shit. That's the same sci-fi adventure.
But I have never seen Willow. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I bet Willow.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, I
cheese,
feel like if we
free
sat
sock.
here trying to think of it, next we're gonna think up Labyrinth. With,
Yeah. They all kind of just like
and
run
Tim Curry
together,
was,
and they're all
David
kind of
Bowie,
like.
and,
They're all kind of rapey, you know. It's weird.
a lot of
And
puppets kind of coming
Puppets
around.
were getting it on.
Yeah, that's why I love that movie.
Not for David Bowie's dong.
No.
That's like a Guillermo del
Well,
Toro
yeah, that
fever
too.
dream right there.
right?
It
All he
is.
dreams about.
He's just
play,
oh no, the
Claymation.
dong. Oh,
But it has eyeballs on it.
yeah. His balls.
Well, congrats on your Oscar, Guillermo. Your fucking sad ass Pinocchio movie.
Oh my god, dude. I
do know
thought
there was
that Tom Hanks's accent was offensive in
Elvis.
yeah. And then I saw
Pinocchio, or-
Pinocchio and I was like,
It's just like I said,
Stop
it's just
it.
the year of his weird voices. Like,
yeah.
dude, that
I
was a
want to
bad
try
year for Tom
something.
Hanks. When you think
Oh,
about it, he
were
dropped
they?
some
Oh,
duds,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So he was trying to
like,
do the
stop it,
Geppetto
man.
accent.
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I mean. They were all trying to be Italian.
No.
Yeah.
This is mistake number
I
one.
Well,
bet, I
right there.
bet you're,
no,
I bet
just
you're
he
just like,
was.
stop it, Woody, stop it.
Literally,
That's why
no
they're
one
making
else had
Toy
an
Story
accent.
8. That's why they're like, we need to bring him back
Oh,
so we can
no,
salvage and make another billion from another Toy Story movie that we don't need.
They should have stopped at 3. I
This
stand
is
by
supposed to
it.
be the last
I
one.
agree.
Like,
was
how
the
many more
perfect
times
ending.
can these toys get like rearranged, man? Like I
No.
thought Woody picked his side. He left the crew.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So is Woody not back in the fourth one? He
Shouldn't
should
be.
He left. Like,
The
or is
traitor.
it his story?
I don't want his story. Fuck, is this in the carnival?
Him and Bo Peep trying to figure out
Him, Key and Peele, we're just hanging
if
out.
toys are able to make children.
Oh. Oh.
This is how small shoulders come into it at the same time. You're just like, "Whoa, what's happening?" That movie's a classic.
There's
Oh,
a snake
Sam,
in my
that one.
boot.
Every time I get a chance, I watch Small Soldiers again. I'm not even
Yep.
joking.
That
So-
shit is gold, man. That
It
movie's
is.
great.
Small Soldiers was awesome.
I do know, Joe. You had one more thing was the Snyder thing, right?
That is right. So
I
coming
don't know if
back to things that we don't care about and that
Yeah.
had their time, and Zack Snyder and the whole Snyder cut, all his fans and all the bitching. So today on Twitter, Zack Snyder puts out a random Easter egg that says like incoming. It says April 28th,
Yeah.
and then it says dark or message from Dark Side received, and that's all he left it at. So now every fanboy of him is like, "Oh, are they gonna let him release the Snyder cut?" Which no, there's not happening. But two, in my mind, the only that I think is
I thought they did.
No, this is the
no,
Snyder
like
cut
so
of the
part
Snyder
two,
cut.
Oh,
This
I
part 2
see.
where he turns Superman
It's
to a
8
cuck.
hours long.
right? Because that's the whole. If it's the
He
message
does
from
what?
Dark Side, then it's the sequel.
If
But
What
the
happened?
there was
sequel
no
for
sequel
Justice League
shot.
is Lois Lane is pregnant with Bruce's son,
Sexy.
and Superman's like, "I'll raise the kid," and that's how it ends. That was
Oh,
the
God.
grand finale of the part 2 for Justice League.
So-
That's what it was going to
I'll
be.
treat it like it was
Oh, is
mine.
that what you said? You said cucked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he cucked
Okay.
Superman. I'm
I
like,
heard something like he fucks Superman. I'm like, wait, what? Huh?
I mean,
What?
maybe might be.
Very
The,
passionate between Affleck and.
It's like, you
No.
killed him. I want to fuck you.
I really hope it's nothing but just a stupid like
Do
send
you
off.
lead?
Wait, but was Batman gonna die? Because why-
the end,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm
Batman
like, Superman's just
sacrifices
like,
himself.
nah, he's mine. Like,
Oh, yeah, he just takes it.
No,
No, yeah,
it's like I'm not gonna let you have this, Robin. You're not gonna get him, Bruce.
and then he flies the baby into space, and it gets really dark. Snyder cut.
Just like spiked football.
No, but I'm guessing he's
Like-
not gonna get an attempt to make this movie. So if he's teasing something, it probably means James Gunn is gonna let him direct something. And
That's
I
a
hope
shame.
not. It is.
It's
Because
over.
all I
The
can
story
think is-
ended.
If he's teasing Darkseid, I'm thinking he's gonna do the New Gods, which is fucking stupid. Because I don't just see a
I don't want
standalone
that.
film of that.
That would be it's not needed. Like it
Well,
happened
and it would already
again.
be the plot of his Justice League because it would have to do with Apollo hiding Thane and all that shit.
That would that would be
yeah.
essentially what it would end up being. But also it's like I don't need it. Also, you're giving in to his weird cult of fans
Yep.
that are annoying us all shit on social media every fucking day, bitching about the Snyder cut. giving into them, it's like they don't need this shit, man. I don't need this shit. Like I really hope it's just like Dark Side like send off or something stupid, or he's in Fortnite. I don't know, something dumb like that. You know, he's a skin or something, and that's it. But if they actually gave him a movie, I'm like, you're gonna open a can of worms that everything you release is now going to be completely compared to whatever Snyder does. And if it doesn't measure up to that, to what they want, which is his fans, you're just gonna have that disagreement and all those takes on social media. And it's already bad enough trying to get into these universes to have that discourse. That would just be just a dumb move. Like, I know he wants to make everybody happy. I'm talking about James Gunn, but like, you don't need to, man. You got, if you got to put your foot down, you're in charge of DC now. The Snyder thing happened. We've been on this road since Man of Steel. He got his Snyder cut. I don't need part 2.
Exactly.
The script was shit. If you read it, it's like, it's not good. It's not. I read the script. And it's nothing there that I'm like, I need this film.
No, like literally, his script is like a child playing with toys and being like, "Here's the big battle, and then this happens. He dies. Grab him. Okay, yeah." Like, it was stupid.
Yeah, but we were pretty goddamn creative when we played with toys. All right.
Well, again, because we gave it an ending. We always get off. Cyclops,
sagas.
sometimes people died.
The best is I remember like using like the fucking Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face that just had the gun stuck in his hand and like having him like shoot somebody in the head. It wasn't even creative. It wasn't even like, hey, Magneto just tore this dude apart. It was like, nah, Two-Face just blew this guy's head off.
It's better than half of them out there.
And that guy stayed dead. We didn't fucking bring him back.
Our multiverse was way better. Okay?
No, yeah, I really hope it's nothing more than just something stupid, like I said, like just a skin or something dumb, a phone case. I don't know, something for his terrible app that he uses. I forget what it's called. I think it's called like Pharaoh or some shit. Something dumb.
Grinder.
Might be. I don't know. That's where he's drawing all his storylines at.
Yeah,
he's trying to get casting call right. But yeah, I don't care. Again, I don't need it. I'm excited to see what James Gunn does, but also with Superman, dude, it's always like hit or miss. It's either gonna be great or we're gonna have to hear about this bullshit for another 5 years and then it's gonna flop.
Well, yeah, I'm just tired of Superman having to be the one that starts it all. I'm like, I get it, but it's not necessary.
Nah.
No, yeah, it's
we
like,
know the story already.
It didn't work. You already tried it, you know?
Yeah, especially again, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Snyder stuff beside, DC is just gonna be like, we'll wait and see. All I care about at this point is just the Batman, and that's just because I trust it and I trust that director. Not more so like the cast or anything, just the director knows what he's doing because he's not obsessed with building some giant fucking world. Just let him cook, let him do what he wants to do. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good episode. I think we got a lot of pop culture things in there.
So
crammed them in.
A lot of movie shit, man. This was like movie. Well, with the Oscars,
this was
coming
fast.
Wait.
You got one.
Yes.
My news.
Yeah,
was that an article came out today in Fangoria. I think it was today. Yeah, where Bruce Campbell said, and he was with Sam Raimi in the interview, that if Sam Raimi himself directs a new Evil Dead movie, he would
Sam Raimi just cut the
or
scene.
he would highly consider coming back. Is what he said.
He's like, shut up.
So that just break everything.
Yeah, it
Okay.
broke. Like froze.
You just were like, he said.
So let's say that one more time. Now that
There we go.
Sam Raimi said, no, stop.
You never find out what Sam Raimi said.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say about the Star Wars.
So anyway, Bruce Campbell did an interview with Fangoria.
That's right.
And I believe he was with Sam Raimi in the interview as well, and said that if Sam Raimi himself directed a new Evil Dead, that he would highly consider coming back as Ash.
Yes.
Because he flat out said, he's like, I don't want to take anybody else's shit. He's like, Sam Raimi, I forget how he said it, man. He basically said Sam Raimi's a dick of a director. He's like, but like, basically,
like the meanest
like,
guys ever.
What I need, yes, the meanest guys ever worked with. But he's like, but that's what I need. He's like, and I don't want to fucking waste Ash on anybody else type of shit.
Well, why would
So,
you? You know,
I respect
there's
that.
two people that know this character more than anyone.
Has
Yeah,
Sam Raimi ever said why he won't do another one, or they just don't want him to do another one?
I don't
Probably
really
not.
know.
Yeah, he hasn't really said it, I don't think.
Because I mean, originally, I swear he said he was doing this one, and it was just Bruce that was like, "I'm out."
Oh shit!
But they're also
But I
working on an
could be wrong.
animated
Yeah.
Evil Dead, are they not?
Yes, they are still. That is still being worked on. Yeah,
Alright.
I think
And
it said
it's-
currently. They're trying to currently work on it right now.
And
but-
is that with
And-
Bruce Campbell as well, or is that just?
Yeah, that is. He said
Okay.
for sure that's him.
So I
He's
kind
for
of
sure
hope
doing.
that that's the season 3 of Ash vs. Evil Dead that we never
I think that's
got.
what it is. I
Okay,
think it's
fuck
supposed
Oh
to be.
shit! Okay.
Which
The
if anyone,
part- yeah,
I
yeah.
won't spoil it because the ending
Part
is too
4.
good. But if anyone sat through the ending of Ash vs. Evil Dead from a comic book perspective, that was such an awesome ending.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
want that version. I want that season.
I'd be down with that. I know the guy who fuck, I forget his name. The director that remade Evil Dead, the one that was actually
Mhm.
pretty good.
Mhm.
He's remaking Aliens.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Fred.
Fed.
No, Fede Alvarez.
Yeah, something like that. It's close enough. But that's
Yeah.
yeah. He's the one. He's remaking Aliens, and I'm like, you know what? I'm there for that.
I did see
Really?
that. Yeah.
I was like, I
Yeah.
trust you enough with this. I was like,
Okay.
if it's as gory as your Evil Dead movie was,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
there. Yeah, because they're already
Interesting.
filming. I think they're filming this summer. They got the cast ready to go.
Really?
It's a new take on the story. It's not going to be a prequel like we had the last few times.
It's just gonna be
It's-
straight
Will it
up
have Adrian
aliens
Brody?
again.
Do you think he's gonna change the xenomorphs, or he's just gonna leave it?
Would be
Might
the
a different shape of
protomorph.
some kind.
I
They'll
want
be-
more.
yeah.
I want more.
Those
Predators
white
versus
ones.
Aliens.
No, you
You
don't.
want more of those?
No, you
The
don't.
what?
I didn't like the first one, to be honest.
From the man with Vin Diesel right behind him. You want more? Goddamn.
Because he's waiting on that Fast and Furious Transformers crossover.
Bro, I have been waiting.
Fast and Furious 37 Beast
To
Wars.
see, yeah.
Beast Wars.
See
But if it's
Vin Diesel
Beast
punch
Wars, I'd go see
Optimus
it.
Prime right in the face.
I just can't wait to see Vin Diesel and Optimus together. You know.
Yeah. That's two different characters right there.
Mm.
That's all I hear.
But
But
is
is
he-
he-
cinematic
is-
universe?
Is he
Pretty
riding
sadly.
Optimus Prime?
Yeah, he's
They
inside.
Yeah.
have to.
Inside.
But when Optimus transforms, it just crushes Vin Diesel into pieces. Dies.
Do that video of that Russian kid just like Optimus Prime. It's so good.
I keep forgetting they're making another one. It's coming out like in 3 months.
They
Yeah,
are.
Transformers.
Beast Wars
Wars.
one, yep.
Yeah.
Beast Wars,
Oh.
Beast Wars, dude.
Well, then, damn it. Then I'll go see it.
Yeah, but to me it looks stupid because they're two different. Like Optimus Prime isn't Optimus Prime. It's not like he just turned into him, which I'm like, but he should. They weren't two.
I don't
different
know,
things.
dude. I
There's
said
a-
I'll see it, but I'm probably not going to see it.
There's a new I guess cartoon on Netflix that shows the two different Optimus, whatever.
No.
One of them is the Beast, and then one of them is him.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
man.
It's
Yeah.
That's
the
the man.
Transformerverse.
Do you actually have to watch the cartoon to watch the movie? Because good God, that would be.
That's
I
way
don't
too
think so.
much.
No, I don't think so. But
Too
it's,
much,
it is a
man.
3-parter though on Netflix. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Came
I
out
only
every
ever-
2 years.
I only ever liked Beast Wars. I never cared for like the OG Transformers.
I don't remember watching them as much.
Is that,
so I never.
is that blasphemy? I don't know.
Well, I think
I
Beast
never
Wars was
watched
more
that.
our
Just 'cause you're
time
old.
frame, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was definitely
Yeah.
90s.
It was more
That's why.
90s, and like
That was
Transformers
getting
was
into
more
the
like
computer
80s.
animation like style.
Yeah.
I mean, I
UPN
know.
was dropping it big. That's for sure. Those were the days.
That and Mummies Alive.
Mummies, yeah.
Oh, my God, I've heard that forever.
Starship Troopers, the show.
Starship. Fucking
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it really?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't remember that.
dude. That's a great Google. Just look that up later and just be like Starship Troopers UPN show. Oh yeah.
You put in
Sometimes
that
you got
hits,
a
man.
little bit of Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys. Yeah, that drop it deep.
You're dropping that heat,
Doing the-
dude.
But some of these, I'm like, was that all? Oh, yeah, it was, huh? It was all UPN.
That was all UPN.
Yeah.
Some of me is
the
like, what was
replays played
K-Cal?
on K-Cal 9.
That's why.
Later
That's
on.
Jackie
Cal.
Chan Adventures, whatever. I think.
Well,
was on
that's
there.
WB with Jackie Chan.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Gio, do you remember when the Laker games used to be on KCAL9?
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dog.
That was the times, man. Now I can't even watch them. It's bullshit.
I know.
Wait, is
Fucking
there even a
bullshit.
KCAL 9 anymore?
Yeah, there is.
I
Oh,
want to
okay.
say there is, but
There
it's
is.
like
It's just news all day.
until a certain time.
Well,
And
that's
then
what
it's like
Channel
QVC.
13 has become. It's not even anything.
It's not even UPN. It's nothing, right? It's
No,
just like
it's
Fox
something else.
Because it was like, it went from UPN to, what was that called?
I don't know.
It was like something in between, then something else, and now it's just like public access essentially. Like,
You guys ever
Oh,
watch
TV.
Stargate Atlantis too, or something like that? Some bullshit.
no.
I remember.
I never watched it,
remember
but
it.
I know it was always on sci-fi.
It was
shit.
on. I just never wanted to watch anything Stargate related.
It's kind of like that one. What was the one after Hercules that Kevin Sorbo did? Andromeda. I'm like, no.
Yeah. And then all those
Oh.
people were in Jason X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the
now
same
that's
show
a
or
great
was
piece
that
of
another
cinema
one?
right there.
Was that
Jason
another
X?
one around that time?
That's a whole
Jason
episode right
X.
there. It's
That's a
Jason.
whole
Jason X.
podcast going down the
Diving
Jason
deep when
X
it
hole.
should be ending.
We should
Let's watch it, Jason. Jason
put it
X,
on the
baby.
watch
I'm
list.
down.
Jason X.
I love Jason X. It's so
That's
awesome.
a whole pod.
Well,
dude.
after
That's
the
a whole-
awards, I feel like we should all of us sit and watch Everything Everywhere All at Once together.
I haven't
that one
watched
is a
it
weird
yet.
one.
Oh,
I've
that
seen it.
performance with Homeboy with like the long weenie fingers.
The
I was
wiener
like,
hand,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm like, now I gotta
the
watch it.
Guineas.
Yeah,
No, you
the-
need to watch it. It's so freaky. That scene is just so weird.
well,
Okay.
just when they performed it, I'm like, dude.
That scene was directed by Guillermo del Toro.
It was claymation.
Yeah, before it was claymation before.
It's little puppies.
All right, that's where we should probably end it.
I think so.
Well, if you made it this far, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Leave a comment, do whatever, interact with us. We'd love
Ask
to hear
us
from
some
you.
questions. What do you want
Yeah.
to talk
Listen,
about?
yeah, let us know.
Send
what
What's
we
some
your
should be talking
favorite
about.
90s cartoon?
Mhm.
Dig deep.
Anything.
Yeah.
Bobby
Who do you
Flores.
love the
Just
most,
look
and
for
who
it.
do you hate the most on the podcast?
That too.
Why
Jesus.
do you want to
That's a good one.
eliminate me from the podcast?
Figure out where we all live and send us packages to our PO box. You guys find it.
And
We're
we'll
not
open
going to tell
it
you what it
live
is.
on the podcast. So when
We'll
somebody
do it.
explodes or they get fentanyl thrown in their face, there's the reel of the week. Keep
Yep,
watching the reels,
live.
by the way. The reels are killing it, man. I
Doing
think the Johnny
great.
Tsunami one has like almost 500.
This one's
Keep
This
it
one's
up
gonna
and
kill
we will
more.
interview him on the same episode as Kevin Spacey.
I might send it to him. I might,
break-
he has to have a Twitter or something. I'm gonna send him the link. I'm
DM
gonna
him, dude. Just
He-
send him
he
the real
says to
DM.
Ben, too.
be
Yeah,
Vince
he
busy.
will.
He marries people now.
Hey, brother. Oh no, he. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
That's how we end it.
Hey, brother.